Okay, we're on! Yay!
Hey, say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, tell me, what day is it in Australia?
What day is it today? Tuesday.
So that means it's Tuesday, October 15th. Guess what? I'm in Iowa, in the United States right now, in Iowa, and it's still Monday, October the 14th. So right now it's after 6 p.m. and in Central Time. What time is it Tuesday in Australia?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Wow. I'm so glad. I wish I had a classroom full of kids to learn with you, but I've got this session recorded, and tomorrow I'm going to share it out tomorrow during our sessions, because we're going to have classrooms teaching classrooms. And since you are our global classroom, I can't wait to hear from you all.
We've been doing some brainstorming, and we've got our global goals ready to go, and they've got some amazing work to share with you, and they've also got some ideas to share about how they've been innovators and inventors and campaigners via our work through Inquiry Learning. So they're jam-packed with information to share with you. So
I'm going to put myself on mute and let you take it away.
Okay, we're ready to go. All right, so firstly, we would like to introduce ourselves. We are 56J in Australia, and we are known around the world as our global classroom. So when students enter our classroom at the start of the year, they are greeted with the welcoming that they are taking on a role for the year to promote and run a mini business, which is our global classroom. And we do that by what are the different things that we promote in our classroom. Lachlan, one of our things.
Flipgrid what if?
Big loud voice.
Flipgrid what if?
Yeah, Flipgrid what if. So we own that grid, and we use that grid every week. How many hours a week do we work on the what if grid? Two hours a week we work off the what if grid. What else do we do in our classroom? Big loud voice, Alia.
Global goal projects.
What was one of the global goal projects that we participated in? Big loud voice.
Global goal number 7.
Global goal number 7 in the goals project. What else do we do in our classroom as part of our global classroom? Sierra, big loud voice.
We lead the OGC project.
Yeah, so we lead the OGC, our global classroom projects. What was one of the big projects this year? Olivia? Student Voice Day. Can we remember how many students in 24 hours we got on the grid?
6,000.
6,000.
Oh my gosh, I have to go off mute and go, whoa! That's awesome. Students inspiring other students.
So 6,000 students in 24 hours, all leaving a message about how they would like to see the world by 2040. What else do we do in our classroom? Cody, big loud voice.
We keep up with world events.
Yeah, we most definitely keep up with world events. And another thing that we can all turn our notebooks around, if we can all grab one of our pages, and a big loud voice, Jeremy, this one here.
We use global goal pictures for our writing.
Yeah, so we use a lot of global pictures. So, Lachlan, come on up to the screen quickly and just put it up at the camera, your work, just so we can show some of our work. So this was up at the camera, Lockie, big one. So this was the goals project that we worked on. And Sierra, yep, come on up. This was when we worked with Ayush on on human rights. So we looked at all the human rights and we examined them. Where am I? Brody. A very, very, probably one of the most powerful lessons that we ran in our classroom this year was the one that Brody's going to share. And I think it affected the whole world, was when sadly an Australian really tragically took the lives of many people in New Zealand. And we wrote about and examined the effects on human life and how that made us feel. Oh yes, Rook, stand up and share this one. This is an example of how we use pictures in our writing. So critical and creative thinking, where we use pictures from around the globe that can ignite our thinking. Emily, we examine big topics. This is probably one of the biggest topics that we explore for the year, and that is refugees. Is there something on there, Emily, you would like to share that you wrote about refugees?
People don't want to live in there, but they have to because it's their only shelter that they have when they come overseas.
Yeah. So they don't want to be in refugee camps and things like that. Somebody else that's got something different and amazing. What have you got there, Olivia? Oh, yes. We were very lucky in the Global Goals Project to be given Global Goal number 7. And if Olivia, she does some amazing work in her writer's notebook. And you can see how she's examined Global Goal number 7. Is there something on there you wanted to share about Global Goal number 7? Olivia?
840 million people still live without electricity.
840 million people live without electricity. So we had a dilemma here in our classroom looking after Global Goal number 7. And what was, can people remember what the dilemma was? What type of mining do we do here in our local area? Alia, big loud voice.
Coal mining.
Coal mining. We're a coal mining area. Coal mining produces what? What turns our lights on?
Electricity.
Electricity. Okay. But if we shut down the coal mines here in the Latrobe Valley, what would happen to the people working there? There would be no jobs. And so we had a dilemma that how do we produce clean and affordable energy when we have so many people employed in our local area, because if they lost their jobs, they would no longer have, who's got the decent work one? Number, what number, who's got?
I got 15.
What number is that? Decent work?
I got number 9.
Who's got the decent work one? That one. So Global Goal number 8 talks to us about decent work and economic growth. Economic growth would fall down the tube. We would have no jobs, but we would be then following what they're calling for climate action change. So there's lots of dilemmas in a lot of communities, and our community is one. Okay, we would like to also share with you ways that we have been innovators, campaigners, and inventors. All right, Mackenzie and Alia, jump up. These girls they are the epitome of inventors. All right, big loud voice because the world want to hear this invention.
So,
all right, hang on, come back a bit there, shorties.
So we invented a way to stop volcanoes from destroying the environment.
Yep, and so talk about that now. So stopping volcanoes from destroying the environment when they erupt.
So we brought metal from Mars that would cooperate with the lava instead of fighting the lava. So if it cooperated, the lava would not push down the metal gates that wouldn't break it. And then we have like a tube up here. So when the lava goes up, or when it spouts up, the greenhouse gases, we have greenhouse gases in the tube right here. And when it goes up, the lava collects all the greenhouse gases, and then it goes down here, and then it cooled down by then, and then it goes back in the thing, in the what is it called? The mountain.
Chamber? Yep.
The chamber, and then it would probably cool down the rest of it, cool down the rest of the lava, and that would be like saving the world for a couple of years or something.
Like the greenhouse
Yeah.
gases would basically go through the pipe and then go back in,
Yeah.
and then basically damage the volcano and stop it from erupting.
Yeah, and we got these minerals from Mars.
Minerals from Mars. This is the thinking that these kids are doing. Minerals from Mars.
And these,
Okay, this is incredible.
Yes.
and this thing up here, when it rains, it doesn't rust. It actually collects all the oxygen from the water, and it works with the greenhouse gases, so it can help cool down the thing even quicker. And these are just supporters here.
I feel like there was just a story in the news here in the United States about a volcano at one of our national Yellowstone national parks. And they're really concerned about the volcano and what happens if this volcano erupts, and you have a solution already.
And the amount of work these two girls put into this, they researched. But I think the thing that blew me away is that element of thinking outside the box. And if the resources weren't here on Earth, where could they get them from? So these two girls one wants to be an astrophysicist, and the other one would like to be a chemical scientist. And so they stepped outside of Australia, of the world, I should say, and Earth, and went to Mars and started looking at the minerals that they could extract from Mars to make this project sustainable. So, yeah, pretty amazing.
Okay, I want you to know I'm going to be able to say, I knew you when.
Awesome. Well done, girls.
That was bravo.
Who else would like to share one of their, what they were innovating or... Yeah, Kaylin, come on up. Yeah, Kaylin's going to just talk about hers. Yeah.
Me and my partner did an inquiry last term. We were designing tungsten frames to help the buildings from natural disasters to be able to stay in contact while being hit. Because in tsunamis and hurricanes and tornadoes, most buildings get torn apart. With tungsten frames, it will help keep the building stable. And if they have steel sheets over the front bricks or wood, it will be able to keep it stable.
Excellent. Tungsten frames. I don't even teach these kids this stuff, Mary Alice.
This is, I want you to know, can I teach them a little Boston right now?
So Mary Alice is from Boston.
Okay, and here's my expression from Boston. Bostonians drop their R's when that's like part of our accent. I'm not just saying this, but your class is wicked smart. Do they know what I just said though?
Wicked smart.
So smart would be S-M-A-H-T if you say it like a Bostonian. You would drop your R. You're wicked smart. I mean, I'm blown away, Bronwyn.
Yeah, no, this is the kind of stuff that, children all over the world could be doing. And we do it via our curriculum. We do it every day, and we mend this work into our reading and our writing, and you can see the kids with their inquiry. This term they're all going to own their own businesses. They're all going to be entrepreneurs this term. So they're writing resumes, and they're going to have to apply for jobs, and they're going to have to run their own city. And so we've just named our town, and our town is going to be called what?
Swanga Creek.
Swanga Creek.
I love it.
What are we known for? Famous inventions. We're going to be, our town is going to be known for famous inventions. So you're going to need to Skype in with us in about a month's time, because we're going to be building all these famous inventions that our town, Swanga Creek, is going to be known for in our mini society in our town. So again, we have a unit that is on mini societies, which isn't really inquiry focused, but we then mend and blend the inquiry into it, and we have kids inventing. They're going to be able to be campaigning for their businesses to be productive. They're going to be innovative in the way that they create designs. So when we look at the role of the SDGs in classrooms, it's not just around those single goals. It's about us using those goals every day in different ways. And we're going to be really epitomising the goals this term by joining them into our mini society. Now the kids, just to finish off, they've all got a goal each that they would like to promote the goals. So it'll give you a chance for every student to get up and just say hello and tell you a little bit about their goal. Who's got number one? Come on up. All right, I can hold the goal for you.
Hello, my name is Vijay. I have no poverty. Eradicating poverty is not a task of charity, it is an act of justice. And the key to unlocking an enormous human potential. Still, nearly half of the world's population lives in poverty, and lack of food and clean water is killing thousands every single day of the year. Together, we can feed the hungry, wipe out diseases, and give everyone in the world a chance to prosper and live a productive and rich life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Number two. Come on up, Mackenzie. Beautifully spoken, BJ. All right, up close, big and loud.
Hunger is the
Hang on,
leading,
big loud voice.
hunger is the leading cause of death in the world. Our planet has provided us with tremendous resources, but unequal access and inefficient handling leaves millions of people malnourished. If we promote sustainable agriculture with modern technologies and fair distribution systems, we can sustain the whole world's population and make sure that nobody will ever suffer from hunger again.
Excellent, good girl. Well done. Number three. If you come up close, I'll be able to put the camera on you. Yes. So hold. Just hold that.
Over the last 15 years, the number of childhood deaths has been cut in half. This proves that it is possible to win the fight against almost every disease. Still, we are spending an astonishing amount of money and resources on treating illnesses that are surprisingly easy to prevent. The new goal for worldwide good health promotes healthy lifestyles, preventive measures, and modern, efficient health care for everyone.
Good boy. Well done, Lachlan. Number four. Jeremy? No? Oh, yeah.
Learning benefits every human being and should be able to all.
Yep. Excellent. Good boy. Number five. Cody and Brock. Oh, big loud voice. Come on close. Go for it, Brock.
Gender equality. Gender bias is undermining our social fabric and devalues all of us. It is not just a human rights issue, it is a tremendous waste of world's human potential. By denying women equal rights, we deny half the population a chance to live life at its fullest. Political, economic, and social equality for women will benefit the world's citizens. Together, we can eradicate prejudice and work for equal rights and respect for all.
Excellent. Well done, boys. Number 6.
Clean water and sanitation. 1 in 3 people live without sanitation. This is causing unnecessary disease and death. Although huge strides have been made with access to clean drinking water, lack of sanitation is undermining these advances. If we provide affordable equipment and education and hygiene practices, we can stop the senseless suffering of loss of life.
Excellent. Number 7. Good boy, Seth. Even just a sentence, Seth. Whatever you're comfortable reading. Okay, I can hold that for you.
Yeah. We're now doing global goal 7, which is affordable and clean energy. Reliable energy solutions are becoming cheaper and more reliable and more logic every day.
Good boy. Number 8.
Economic growth should be a positive force for the world, for the whole planet. This is why we must make sure that financial progress creates decent and fulfilling jobs while not harming the environment. We must protect labour rights and once and for all put a stop to modern slavery and child labour.
Number 9. Jeremy, just a sentence is fine.
Hi, my name is Jeremy, and my global goal is number 9, and it's industry, innovation, and infrastructure. A functioning and resilient infrastructure in the foundation of a very successful community. To meet future challenges, our industries and infrastructure must be upgraded. For this, we need to promote innovative, sustainable technologies and ensure equal and universal access to information and financial markets. This will bring prosperity, create jobs, and make sure that we build sustainable, prosperous societies across the globe.
Excellent, good boy. 10. 10, 10, 10.
Reduced inequalities. Too much of the world's wealth is held up by a very small group of people. This often leads to financial and social discrimination in order for the nations to flourish. Inequality and prosperity must be available to everyone, regardless of the gender, race, religious beliefs, or economic status. When every individual is self-sufficient, the entire world prospers.
11.
Sustainable cities and communities. The world's population is constantly increasing. To accommodate everyone, we need to build modern, sustainable cities. For all of us to survive and prosper, we need new, intelligent, two-brain planning that creates safe, affordable, and resilient cities with green and culturally inspiring living conditions.
Beautiful. 12. Voice, just a sentence is fine.
Responsible consumption and production. Our planet has provided us with abundance of natural resources.
Good girl. 13. Oh. Just a sentence is fine.
The effects are already visible and will be catastrophic unless we act now.
Excellent. 14.
Healthy oceans and seas are essential to our existence. They cover 70% of our planet, and we rely on them for food, energy, and water. Yet we have managed not to do tremendous damage to the precious resource. We must protect them by eliminating pollution and overfishing. The immediate start to responsibly manage the project and marine life around the world.
16.
A flourishing life on land is a foundation for our life on this planet.
16.
We must ensure that we have strong institutions, global standards of justice, and a commitment to peace everywhere.
Good girl. And last one, number 17.
The global goal can be met if we work together. International investment and support is needed to ensure innovative technology and development.
Good girl. So, as you can see, firstly, I would just like to recognise that our information was researched off the globalgoals.org website. So we did use a lot of their quotes and information for that. So we just wanted to acknowledge that that's where our SDGs information come from. It's important that we acknowledge the work of others when we use it in our classrooms. Now, as you can see, this is us. This is our global classroom. We're vibrant and we work really hard in here, and I'm really blessed once again to have the most amazing group of students. I think I'm going to be very sad to spend 12 months out of the classroom next year, but I know that maybe this work can transform into classrooms all over the world. So, yeah, this is us.
Well, you know, I can't thank you enough, because tomorrow when classrooms wake up on the other side of the world, will be, I will show this video to inspire other classrooms about how they can use the global goals in their classrooms. And you were just a wonderful example, and I feel like I learned so much from you all. So thank you for teaching me today.
And I think what also needs to be commended is the confidence that every student got up to say something today. And that is, for some of these students, that's a daunting experience, and they even got up and read even one sentence. So I'm feeling really proud of each of every one of them to be part of this session. Nobody has stepped aside, so I think that's wonderful.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us.
What do you say back?
Thank you.
I have one last thing I need to let you know. So today was our first day, and in the beginning of the day, we had 5,500 students registered, and by the end of the day, we have over 1,015,000. Did I get my numbers right? Yeah, students registered, and it's really exciting. And so thank you for being part of those voices for other classrooms around the world.
And we're going to have our bunsies. We're going to get to our bunsies, and I'll send some of those through to you that you might be able to tweet out and share with us as well. So we just had to go to physical education this morning, and that messed up my schedule a little. So thank you for having us, and we're going to head up.
Perfect. Talk to you later.
All right, see you. Hey, guys, you can get your snack.